Goodness. True goodness is like water. It nurtures everything and harms nothing. Like water, it ever seeks the lowest place, the place that all others avoid. This is the way of the Tao. For a dwelling, it chooses the quiet meadow. For a heart, the circling eddy. In generosity, it is kind. In speech, it is sincere. In power, it is order. In action, it is gentle. In movement, it is rhythm. Because true goodness is always peaceable, it soothes and refreshes. That is chapter 8 of the Tao Te Ching. Title of this, again, is Goodness. And this started out with a question for me. Like water, true goodness ever seeks the lowest place, the place that all others avoid. My understanding of Wu Wei, effortless flow, affirms this. Initially, my question was, why avoid the lowest place? And that might just betray the nature of the question itself, which is that there is so much involved in striving to reach higher places, to achieve something beyond the current station of where one is. But finding the quiet meadow, the circling eddy, it is a means of achieving freedom, to find kindness, sincerity, order, gentleness, rhythm, and not to understand them in concept, but to actually practice them in one's life. The words here always fall short. It's not possible to articulate goodness, generosity, a peaceful heart, but we can point to the negative space and in our own lived experience recognize those moments where we have experienced genuine peace, where we have experienced genuine kindness, sincerity, gentleness in our lives. It's uncomfortable to put into words, to have them out there, because it's personal. There's no examples that I could provide. Rather, there's no examples that I want to provide. And that makes it somewhat difficult to commercialize, to sell. It is, of course, easier to understand concepts when we're using examples, or to sell something tangible, to put it in someone's hands and say, this is what your life could be. But the very nature of the way, what the Tao Te Ching seems to be pointing to, is the lowest place. Harming nothing, effortless flow, simply going along. It's perhaps bizarre that this would be in the same area as capitalism. So often it's a phrase that means to push forward, to strive. And as I see it, that is one possible version. The true benefit of a system, a framework in which each person is free to pursue what makes them happy, what brings them satisfaction and fulfillment, is the vast differences that are possible there. Whether someone seeks a C-suite or a quiet meadow, there's room for that version of happiness. The biggest hurdle to starting down the road to getting where you want to be is calming the water enough to get clarity on what you value.